Hello, my name is Sharon Tirado. This is my case study for the Robin Thicke versus Marvin Gaye Estate blurred lines case. The irony here was the blurred lines in copyright laws back in the 1900s, but shall we continue? So, what was the problem? Robin Thicke and Pharelle Williams were sued for copyright infringement by the Marvin Gaye estate. The song Blurred Lines idea stemmed from the famous 1977 hit Got to Give It Up by the one and only Marvin Gaye. So, what was negotiated? The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals sided with the Marvin Gaye estate, and they were entitled to broad copyright protection because musical composition is not confined to a narrow range of expression. The case petitioned for the Marvin Gaye estate to receive damages for the song and 50% of future royalties until the end of time. Fun fact, Clifford Harris, aka T.I., had a rapping verse in the song Blurred Lines. However, he was not held personally liable in the case and therefore was not responsible for damages. Thicke and Williams' interest. Blurred Lines earned a total revenue of $16.6 million, and an additional $11 million was earned through touring. Thicke and Williams each earned $5 million from the song, with royalties at 65% for Williams, 22% for Thicke, and 13% for Harris. Thicke and Williams were aware that the Gaye family only inherited rights to the written song and not the performance. This did not allow the song to be played in court for side-by-side comparison. Marvin Gaye's estate interest. Marvin Gaye's net worth was negative $9 million before the case. Marvin Gaye passed away in 1984. To defend Marvin Gaye's work and make money to pay off the debt owed to the IRS for unpaid taxes was one of the main interests as well. Motown Records received the majority of the music rights, while Gaye kept publishing rights. Therefore, the Marvin Gaye estate had the right to follow suit, using music notes and with the help of a musicologist to study the two songs. Thicke and Williams' position. Thicke and Williams, mostly Williams, claimed that the idea for Blurred Lines was not taken from the Got to Give It Up song or Sexy Ways song by Funkadelic, who was also suing for copyright infringement. So then Thicke and Williams' musicologist Sandy Wilbur even argued that there were no similarities between melodies, rhythms, harmony, structure, and the lyrics of the two songs disputed all the individual arguments advanced by Pharelle. Now, with the Marvin Gaye estate position, Gaye's lawyers were looking at first for $40 million in damages, and that was in 2015. So Gaye's family hired a musicologist, Judith Fennell, who suggested that there were at least 8 similarities that she could list. Some of them are signature phrase hooks, the hooks with backup vocals, theme X, backup hooks, which were the last 3 notes of theme X in the lyrics "Hey, hey, hey" in Blurred Lines, bass melodies, keyboard parts, unusual percussion choices. She even found and exposed 4 additional similarities that were distinctive in proving the copyright infringement, like scoring and arrangement choices, the use of the same instrumentation, the use of distinctive falsetto and vocal parts, the omission of a guitar, the inclusion of party noises. So now we're going to go over 3 additional concepts that I can apply to this case from things I learned in this class. First up, we have preventing negative emotions, which is one of the things we're respecting status. So there was a lack of respect towards the late Marvin Gaye, who was the king of Motown in his time. There was also a lack of credit given to the Marvin Gaye estate for the hit Blurred Lines that was clearly inspired by the song Got to Give It Up. This lack of action from Thicke and Williams earned them a hefty fine to pay in damages and 50% of all future royalties with the Blurred Lines song. Next were the communication styles. The communication received from the Thicke and Williams musicologist Sandy Wilbur discredited the Marvin Gaye estate allegations but provided no evidence. The communication received from the Marvin Gaye estate musicologist Judith Fennell displayed all the evidence needed to prove the copyright infringement in 12 examples. It is evident that Wilbur took on a confident commander communication style, where Judith Fennell took on a thinker communication style and provided concrete evidence. The third concept is mediation. Through mediation, the scandalous case could have been avoided and settled among the Marvin Gaye estate and the two artists, Thicke and Williams, alone. It would have allowed Thicke and Williams to express remorse and extend the appreciation of the song in which they dissected their groove from. The reason this went to court and was blown out of proportion was because Thicke and Williams took advantage of their position and disregarded the appreciation for the late Marvin Gaye and his estate. The Marvin Gaye estate took this as an opportunity to pay off the debt the late artist left his family with. What went wrong in the negotiation? So Williams argued that he was inspired by a groove. However, with this case, we learned that all grooves must be acknowledged on paper, permission asked, and licensing granted before a song gets published. If grooves are deemed too similar, it's considered plagiarism or groove theft. And then what went well in the negotiation? The copyright laws in the music industry have now been altered to specify that when the artist becomes inspired by an older song or a song that belongs to another artist, permission is needed in writing before the song is even published. Musicologists are also now trying to stand in the front of the movement and have people from the industry as jury in these types of cases. So what was the agreement reached? The suit was settled at $7.3 million in favor of the Marvin Gaye estate in 2018, but this was later appealed in 2020. The case also ruled in favor of the Marvin Gaye estate, and the settlement was lowered to approximately $5.3 million. Last reported, Thicke and Williams made out with only paying $4.98 million in damages to the estate. Did the agreement foster a long-term meaningful relationship? Unfortunately, this agreement did not foster a long-term meaningful relationship. How? The infamous and bitter legal battle between Williams, Thicke, and the Gaye estate started in 2015, and the two artists ended up paying almost $5 million after they were found liable for copyright infringement. So there was a statement that, according to Kay, it came out from Thicke, Pharelle, and T.I., stating, "While we respect the judicial process, we're extremely disappointed in the ruling made today, which sets a horrible precedent for the music and creativity moving forward. Blurred Lines was created from the heart and minds of Pharrell, Robin, and T.I., and not taken from anyone or anywhere else. We are reviewing the decision, considering our options, and you will hear more from us soon about this matter." That was in 2015. Later in 2019, Williams was caught saying, "I did that in Blurred Lines and got myself in trouble. I really made it so much like Got to Give It Up that people were like, oh, I hear the same thing." And then Thicke also admitted in an interview how he listened to Got to Give It Up and he wanted to create something like that. And within 30 minutes, the song was recorded and created. Was a stalemate reached? Yes, a stalemate was reached due to the jury ruling in favor of the Marvin Gaye estates multiple times, to where the opposing party successfully lowered the damages paid, but they still lost a lot of change. Is there a window of opportunity to renegotiate in the future? The copyright infringement was proven beyond reasonable doubt multiple times. According to the data, there is no window of opportunity to renegotiate in the future. And this is why. The case has started a movement towards other artists who have been inspired by quote-unquote groove. Many artists are now facing copyright infringement subpoenas. This updated ruling is causing reverberations throughout the industry. For example, the Three Boys Music Corp versus Bolton in 2000, Swirsky versus Carey in 2004, and then recently, Skidmore versus Zeppelin in 2020. It is also apparent that the Marvin Gaye estate aims to attain credit of all the songs in which various artists have displayed grooves from the late artist archives. For example, Ed Sheeran in Thinking Out Loud, he copied Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. And I'm signing off today with this quote: "Trials in life are not meant to make us fail, but to see how far we can fly." Thank you for tuning in.